folks. I'm here today, and what I wanted to do is do a quick comparison of a Squier Classic Vibe versus a Fender American Vintage. The Squier is the 50 Stratocaster you see here, and the American Vintage is the 69 Thinline Telecaster. Now, obviously, this isn't an apples to apples comparison, as being, one of them is Strat and one of them is a Tele. However, I think what we could do is talk about them in terms of the quality of each of the instruments. So let's get started. Let's talk about the Stratocaster first. This is the Classic Vibe 50s. I've had it for about a month now, and what I would like to say about it is that overall, I'm impressed with it. I've had my American Vintage Tele for a while now, and it's a guitar that I love. This one I just picked up, and I want to just kind of see how it would compare to the Telecasters I have. I am mainly a Telecaster player. I've owned many Strats over the years, ranging from Mexican made up through the American Vintage, American Deluxe stuff. I've had a couple of Squiers over the years, and I've got to say, this is the best Squier I've played, and I would definitely put it up there with Mexican-made Fender for sure. Some things that I want to say about the quality is that, a lot of times cheaper guitars will have cheaper tuners and they won't stay in tune. I can honestly say that this guitar stays in tune very well. It has the vintage style tuners where you poke the string in. They stay in tune very well. I took this guitar to band practice a couple of weeks ago and played it for about 3 or 4 hours, and there were no tuning issues whatsoever. I would say it stays in tune at least as well as the American Vintage Telecaster. The next big thing with cheaper made guitars is the neck feel, and a lot of times you get frets that are sharp and poke out. I'll say these are not bad. They're not perfect. They don't feel as good as the Telecaster. However, it doesn't really scratch me when I move my fingers up and down the fretboard, so it's perfectly fine as far as that is concerned. The neck feel feels pretty similar to the American Vintage. I would say it's pretty close to the same size neck, just that classic Fender C neck carve, thicker than the modern Cs, but more of a vintage feel. The other big difference is that the Squier has a 9.5-inch fretboard radius, whereas the American Vintage stuff has the classic 7.25. So if you like that, you might like the Squier. Now I will say about the Telecaster that I have that has a 7.25-inch fretboard radius, it has no playing issues whatsoever. It doesn't fret out at all, plays perfectly well, so the fretboard radius is not an issue at all for me. Now, pickups and sound, I'll give you a few playing samples so that you can hear the difference. I would say there's just a tad bit more clarity in the American Vintage, and these are good, but not quite as clear. That's how I would put it. Now, is it going to be an issue if you're taking it out and playing it on a gig? Probably not at all. These are going to sound just fine. I think this guitar is gonna be a great gigging guitar. That's what I bought it for, to get that Strat sound when I play out live with my band. So I will leave you guys with some sound samples, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Bye.